If you're interested in partnering with Magical Storybook English Nanny Bedtime Stories or wanting to know more about sponsorship opportunities, then visit our website www.magical-storybook.com. You can also download free read-along books to accompany our fairy tales. Welcome to Magical Storybook, a collection of children's stories from all around the world. The Pied Piper of Hamelin. In bygone days, the German town of Hamelin was very prosperous. Thanks to its enormous port, local merchants were able to trade with many countries of the world, for Hamelin vessels and foreign ships sailed constantly to and fro. Hamelin's citizens lived in fine style and were proud of their high standards of living. But one thing upset them terribly. The town was plagued with rats. Not only did these creatures hide in sewers and drains, but they scurried about merrily in cellars and storerooms, enjoying corn from the Ukraine, fish from the North Sea, oranges from Spain, and even rare herbs from India. The cloth from Flanders was a great favourite of theirs, and they crunched jade from the Baltic shores with great relish. The streets were swarming with rats, playing under the generous skirts of respectable matrons and biting the calves of dignified councillors. They ran about in taverns, lapping up the beer of the thirsty customers, pinching bits of smoked meat right off the plate of the hungry ones. But it was in the homes of the Hamelin citizens that the rats proved to be the biggest nuisance. There they crawled into cupboards and beds, not giving anyone a bit of peace, day or night. All efforts to rid the town of the uninvited four-legged guests were useless. Local constables would chase them with koshers, boys took shots at them with catapults, and housewives set up traps, and the town physician lured them with poison. Yet the rats increased day by day. Suddenly, a mysterious stranger appeared in Hamelin. He was tall and skinny, poorly dressed, but he had the proud bearing of a count. He booked into the best inn and then went to the town hall. "I am a rat catcher by trade. I can clear your town of all the vermin," he declared to the clerk, and asked to see the mayor. The mayor looked the lean visitor over somewhat suspiciously, not caring particularly for what he saw, but he listened with attention. "I believe you are plagued with rats. I can clear the lot," the spindly fellow went on. "You could do that?" marvelled the mayor. "Most certainly," nodded the stranger, "but it will cost you 1,000 gold coins." "Well, that's quite a tidy sum," frowned the mayor. "I know," said the stranger. "However, if you find just one rat in your town after I've finished, you won't owe me anything at all." Sounds fair," the mayor declared. "But come back this afternoon when the town council meets. Let the councillors have the final say." The town council accepted the offer, but the town clerk could not write down the minutes of the meeting, for the rats had drunk all the ink. Early next morning, when the town was still asleep, the rat catcher came out into the streets. He had a long pipe on which he played a piercing, haunting tune. And as he whistled, mice and rats came swarming from every direction and followed him as obediently as sheep follow a shepherd. The Pied Piper strode slowly through the town, not forgetting a single alley, leading the gigantic rat procession to the sea. There he stopped, but played on his pipe until every one of the rats jumped into the sea. Not one of them was left behind. Naturally enough, the town was delighted to see all the rats gone. Only the councillors frowned, loath to pay the 1,000 gold coins. "It's a sin to give him all that money, just for strolling around our town for an hour or so, playing his pipe," they grumbled. "Anyway, he has nothing in writing. He can consider himself lucky if we give him 100 gold coins." And this they did. Summoning the rat catcher, they offered him 100 gold coins. "I want my 1,000 as I was promised," the Pied Piper said. "Promises, promises," sneered the mayor. "Can you show me a written promise? Be glad to get your 100. "Keep your money. I'll make you pay in a different way, and you'll be sorry." At that, the rat catcher hissed, turned on his heel, and walked away. The next night, the Pied Piper went out onto the street once more. Merrily he skipped along, playing his haunting, piercing tune on the pipe. But this time he was not followed by rats, but by the children of Hamelin. Sleepy-eyed, still in their nightshirts, lured from their beds by the rat catcher's whistle. He led them all to the sea, where he himself was the first to jump into the waves, and every child followed him. The sea closed over them, and no one ever heard of them again. But the story goes that the children of Hamelin did not drown. It is said that the Pied Piper led them along the seabed all the way to Transylvania. And it is true that many Germans reside in Transylvania today, yet no one can be sure whether they truly are the descendants of the children of Hamelin.